Egypt extends condolences to Congo over the deadly floods. Egypt backs the India-Pakistan ceasefire in call with foreign ministers. And Egypt allocates 635 billion Egyptian pounds to social protection as the Takaful and Karama budget soars. Egypt condoled with the government and people of the Democratic Republic of the Congo over the deaths from the floods that hit the African country and left hundreds dead and wounded. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs extended its sincere condolences and heartfelt sympathy to the government and people of Congo, as well as to the families of the victims during this tragic humanitarian situation, wishing a speedy recovery for the injured. Egypt's Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati has held phone calls with his Indian and Pakistani counterparts Subramanyam Jaishankar and Ishaq Dar to express Egypt's full support for the ceasefire announced by both countries on May the 10th, 2025. Abdelati praised the decision as a wise and constructive step towards de-escalation and regional stability in South Asia, urging both sides to uphold the truce to build mutual trust and support peace and development. Both foreign ministers thanked Egypt for its efforts to promote calm and valued Cairo's strong bilateral ties with New Delhi and Islamabad. Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati reaffirmed Egypt's position, calling for the necessity of reforming the Security Council with a focus on the African stance in accordance with the Isolrini Consensus and the Sirte Declaration, as well as the key pillars of the Arab position on this issue. And during a meeting between the Foreign Minister and Ambassador Tariq El-Benai, Kuwait's permanent representative to the United Nations in New York and chair of the intergovernmental negotiations on the Security Council reform, the Foreign Minister expressed Egypt's support for the role of the Committee of 10, chaired by Sierra Leone, which is tasked with advancing and defending the unified African position in the ongoing intergovernmental negotiations on the Security Council reform. Egypt Healthcare Authority Chairman Ahmed Subki held a meeting with the World Health Organization's representative in Egypt to explore ways of strengthening cooperation in developing the country's healthcare system. Subki said the collaboration is structured around 6 core axes, including joint scientific research, the establishment of a WHO-certified emergency medical team, and the creation of a collaboration center focused on clinical governance and infection control, all aimed at significantly raising healthcare quality and safety standards. National Geographic has ranked Egypt's Pyramids Half Marathon as the top-running course globally, spotlighting Egypt's growing role in international sports tourism. Held annually near the iconic Giza Pyramids, the event combines athletics with ancient history and attracts thousands of runners worldwide. The recognition aligns with Egypt's strategy to promote sports tourism, with plans underway to expand the course to a full 42-kilometer marathon by 2026. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has announced that Egypt now operates over 22 social protection programs with a total annual budget of £635 billion, including 13 run by the Ministry of Social Solidarity. At a ceremony marking 10 years of the Takaful and Karama cash transfer program, Madbouli revealed its budget will rise to 54 billion Egyptian pounds in the next fiscal year, nearly equal to all cash support spending from 2011 to 2017 combined. Launched with fewer than 2 million beneficiaries, the program's current budget stands at 41 billion Egyptian pounds, up from 24 billion last year. The Prime Minister also announced a new 10 billion Egyptian pounds strategic fund to economically empower families enrolled in the program. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli held a meeting to follow up on the latest developments in the implementation of the first phase of the Presidential Initiative for the Development of Egypt's Rural Villages' Decent Life. During the meeting, it was confirmed that 148 projects in the social solidarity sector, 296 in the health sector, 55 for internal roads, and 690 in the electricity sector, and 178 government service complexes have all been completed at 100% completion rate. Additionally, 468 sanitation projects have been finalized, along with 719 water networks, achieving 100% of the planned target, and 124 water treatment stations have also been implemented. The Minister of Social Solidarity, Maya Morsi, affirmed that the Takaful and Karama program has become a cornerstone of social protection in Egypt and a testament to the resilience of the Egyptian people. During the celebration marking the 10th anniversary of the program, Morsi noted that the Takaful and Karama was launched in 2015 with the initial aim of supporting 1.7 million families. Since then, it has served a total of 7.7 million families, with approximately 4.7 million families currently benefiting from it. The Ministry of Education has denied the rumors circulating about plans to eliminate the 6th grade from primary education. The ministry confirmed that there is no truth to the cancellation of 6th grade, stating that the matter was neither discussed nor proposed, and that the circulated claims are completely unfounded. The ministry emphasized that the structure of academic years in basic education remains unchanged and urged students and parents not to be misled by such false information. The Egyptian Authority for Unified Procurement, Medical Supply and Technology Management signed a cooperation protocol with Gustave Roussy International Egypt to enhance medical services at Dar es Salaam Cancer Hospital. The protocol includes providing Dar es Salaam Cancer Hospital, formerly Hermel, with the necessary supplies, ensuring access at competitive prices from registered UPA suppliers. The hospital will operate according to the highest healthcare standards with advanced technology to enhance efficiency, patient satisfaction, and staff well-being, ensuring the sustainable medical services. The Ministry of Petroleum and Mineral Resources has acknowledged spotting non-compliant gasoline at petrol stations in several areas across Egypt, including Cairo, setting conditions for payouts to affected citizens. The Ministry of Petroleum said in a statement that it will disburse an amount equivalent to the value of the approved invoice for gasoline pump replacement, up to a maximum of 2,000 Egyptian pounds. Many citizens have already voiced concerns about the requirement to submit approved invoices, as they often have damaged parts replaced by mechanics informally without formal documentation. The ministry's statement did not specify who was responsible for the substandard fuel or whether an investigation is underway to hold those responsible accountable. The Grand Egyptian Museum GEM has received 163 treasures of Tutankhamun, arriving from the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir. This is part of a plan to transport and display the young king's entire collection for the first time in one place, marking a new step towards the museum's official opening. The ceremonial chair is one of the finest examples of New Kingdom art, featuring ivory, ebony, and faience and gold inlay. The center of its back depicts the sun disk, topped by the goddess Nekhbet, spreading her wings, while the footrest is decorated with gold leaf motifs, depicting the 9 enemies of Egypt. And Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli held a meeting with several ministers and officials to review the efforts of the committee responsible for reforming and restructuring economic authorities. At the beginning of the meeting, the Prime Minister stressed the importance of the steps being taken to restructure economic authorities as part of the Egyptian government's comprehensive economic reform efforts. Madbouli emphasized the need to continue monitoring the restructuring process to ensure it meets its intended objectives and reflects the government's commitment to implementing the reform plan. The Minister of Planning, Economic Development, Rania El-Mashad, participated in the 2025 edition of the CCE MENA Forum in Cairo, organized by the French Foreign Trade Advisors. Speaking at the forum, El-Mashad underscored the strategic partnership between Egypt and France, describing President Macron's visit to Egypt in April 2025 as a milestone that ushered in a new phase in bilateral relations, marked by the signing of several international agreements across various sectors and reflecting a shared commitment to sustainable development and regional stability. She outlined Egypt's approach to environmental transition, which focuses on climate innovation, green investment, and strategic planning for a more resilient future. Gastech, a subsidiary of eGas, has signed a landmark agreement with Novartis Egypt to supply biogas to the pharmaceutical company's Cairo factory, marking Egypt's first project to produce and transport biomethane for industrial use. The deal supports the Ministry of Petroleum's strategy to promote sustainable energy, reduce emissions, and enhance environmental standards in line with Egypt's Vision 2030. Biogas will be delivered via Gastech's advanced compressed natural gas transport system, helping Novartis fully transition to clean energy as its production facility. The Minister of Social Solidarity, Maya Morsi, emphasized the importance of linking early childhood development and the care economy with social protection, as well as drawing on and benefiting from international experiences in this area. And during her meeting with the Regional Director for Human Development in the Middle East and North Africa at the World Bank and World Bank Country Director for Egypt, the discussions addressed the significance of annually celebrating the Conditional Cash Transfer Program every May and reviewing its progress and achievements over the past year. The Egyptian Football Association has officially decided to cancel the Egypt national team's training camp that was scheduled for June. The association revealed that the decision was made following an agreement among its members who approved the cancellation. This has paved the way for the Egypt Cup final between Zamalek and Pyramids to be held on June the 5th. And 11 Egyptian players have qualified for the second preliminary round of the Squash World Championship, currently being held in Chicago, USA from May 9th to the 18th. Among the qualified players are Mustafa Asal, Rawan El Arabi, Karim Abdel Gawad, Sana Ibrahim, Noor El Shirbini, Kenzi Ayman, and Farida Mohammed and Ali Abu Al-Ainain. The Egyptian Meteorological Authority has issued a warning of an intense heat wave expected to impact most parts of the country over the next 48 hours, with peak temperatures forecast for today, May the 11th. And Cairo is expected to reach 40 degrees, while cities like Qena and Aswan will soar to highs of 42 centigrade. Morning mist is anticipated on roads near water bodies across Greater Cairo, the Delta, the North Coast, Canal cities, Central Sinai, and northern Upper Egypt, posing potential travel hazards. Authorities urge the public to stay hydrated and avoid direct sun exposure during peak hours. And that brings us to the end of our news bulletin, and here's what we've been covering. Egypt extends condolences to Congo over the deadly floods. And Egypt backs India-Pakistan ceasefire in call with foreign ministers. And Egypt allocates £635 billion to social protection as the Takaful and Karama budget soars. And that's all for now. And remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments.